This is not going to go the way you think.
Yes, I just saw Star Wars The Last Jedi. This is the spoiler version. If you have not seen the movie, I recommend turning off this video and checking out the non-spoiler. So the long-anticipated Last Jedi came out. It is much better than the last movie. I didn't mind the last movie. I actually enjoyed it. But I see people complaining about it, and I understand because it's too much like A New Hope. I can't agree any more with you on that. This time, this movie is more original. Yes, it does take elements from The Empire Strikes Back, you know, the whole rebels getting their asses kicked throughout the whole film, and the lead hero going off somewhere secluded to train with a Jedi Master. It also has elements of the Return of the Jedi too. Snoke serving as the Emperor, Kylo Ren, this trilogy's Darth Vader, and he's bringing Rey, this trilogy's Luke Skywalker, to see Snoke. Thing is, though, they actually wipe out the elements that are similar real quick. They even kill off Snoke in this movie. And I was really taken back when they did that because what are you going to do for the next one? I guess they're just going to have to make Kylo Ren all out evil. Even though this movie digs deep into, well, not too deep, but it digs into the past of Luke Skywalker almost killing him, but having a change of heart, but it was too late by then, that whole deal. I liked the idea that the rebels are pretty much hopeless. Rey is connected to Kylo Ren. That was a good idea, to make him more connected and to make you wonder if Kylo Ren is going to turn good or not. Part of me really hoped that we were going to have Kylo Ren be revealed to be related to Rey. Like, Rey is his sister, twin sister, because in the novels and the comics of Star Wars, Han and Leia, I almost said Luke and Leia, Han and Leia actually have twins, and they learn to be Jedi. Now, the movies actually do not accept any of those as canon, so I guess that may not be the case. But yeah, Snoke is really taken out easily, just with a quick sucker stab with a lightsaber, sliced in half. And Snoke had it coming to him because he was very mentally abusive and a real asshole. But what followed next was his guards ganging up on Kylo Ren and Rey, and they team up briefly to vanquish the guards, and it was just fantastic. The porgs in the movie, those cute little bird things with the faces, expressions, everyone thought they would be really annoying, but they're actually adorable. They're not really in the movie that much. They're basically as much in the movie as birds would be. In Chewie's interaction as he's trying to eat a fried porg as the porgs are watching and giving him a guilt trip. I laughed real hard at that. But oh man, the best part, I think, and it made me laugh and it just made me so nostalgic that my heart was just beating, was the return of Yoda. It's not the CGI Yoda that we got from the prequels, no. This is puppetry Yoda, the crazy dementia Yoda, the one where Frank Oz actually sounds like Fozzie being Yoda. That's the Yoda we all love. And he's interacting with Luke Skywalker, and the idea is Luke Skywalker's trying to end the Jedi, just end it all, make everything start all over again. And ultimately, Kylo Ren kind of goes with that idea too. Just destroy everything. Destroy the New Order. Destroy the rebels. Just rule the entire galaxy. Start anew. Part of me was kind of like on Kylo Ren's side. but he is still a mass murderer, and he did kill Han Solo. So that's kind of what keeps me away from that. New characters were introduced, like Rose, who is a technician, and she ends up teaming up with Finn from the other movie. Finn is less annoying, by the way. And he has a great final battle with Phasma, a silver-plated stormtrooper from Force Awakens. Fun fact, by the way, this is something I read. Her uniform, Phasma's uniform, is supposed to be, I don't know how true this is, but it's supposed to be taken from Queen Amidala's silver ship, and it was remolded into the uniform. Again, it's just speculation that I've read many times, and I'm hoping that's true. So I'm going to let that be true, just to help me out unless I'm told otherwise. The surprise cameo actor, who is a kind of a trade dealer, but he kind of works for himself, and has no redeeming value after he betrays Finn and Rose in BB-8 at the casino island. Great touch, by the way. Benicio del Toro was in the film. I'm not like a super fan of him, but they found a way to give him charisma, so I guess he stood as the Lando Calrissian of this film. Except for, unlike Lando Calrissian, he does not redeem himself. He collects his reward, leaves, and that's the end of him. Carrie Fisher as Leia was great. Like, sad, it breaks my heart that it's her last movie, but at least she goes out on top. There was a dumb moment with Leia where she gets blasted, and she's just blasted out of the ship, and she's floating in space, and somehow she survives because some of the force that she had flew her back into the ship. Okay, like, yes, Leia was alluded to having some of the force in her. This was established in the classic trilogy, but neither the time nor the place. You haven't really done any setup for this, and it's just happening out of nowhere. And it just looks silly to see Princess Leia flying in space. Let's see, yeah, I enjoyed the Casino Planet. Characters were improved. The movie takes place immediately after The Force Awakens. The movie where it ends with Rey handing the lightsaber to Luke Skywalker, and he just stares at her. This movie starts the same way. The first scene we see of Rey and Luke Skywalker, she's still handing him the lightsaber, takes the lightsaber and tosses it over his back. Tosses over his shoulder, and like it's nothing to him. I'm sorry, I just remembered a hilarious part. In the beginning, when Luke is reluctant to train another Jedi, it shows him getting milk from a creature, and he's literally drinking the milk like fresh squeezed from the teat of the creature. Now, that's disturbing on its own, but the fact that he's drinking the milk, being pissed, that's just the cherry. The creepy part is while he's squeezing the milk out of the creature, the oversized space cow, he looks over at Rey, and the creature looks over at Rey and smiles like he's enjoying this. Like, oh yeah, you know where this blue milk comes from now. Which, by the way, I could have gone through 100 years without knowing where that blue milk came from. But, fine. It's all in good fun. This movie had a lot of humor in it. It's not usual for Star Wars to be known for its humor. Every now and then you'll get C-3PO tell jokes in the movies, or R2-D2 do something funny, or Chewie, or sometimes they'll do a quick quip. This time it was kind of more physical comedy. It didn't take away from the movie, I don't think. My opinion, it did not. Because if you recall from like the prequels, every time jokes were trying to be said, they just never landed. This movie was actually hilarious. When you think the movie ends, it doesn't. This is my main complaint about the movie. Petty complaint, but if it's my only complaint, then so be it. It's Better to have that as a complaint, just one complaint, than a whole movie of complaints. But my main complaint is when you think the movie is about to end, it doesn't. You think it's wrapping up, but you still have like another 20 minutes. It just keeps going. Like right after Snoke is destroyed and you think the rebels are going to escape, something happens, everything gets triggered, and no, now they're on a icy planet with red salt, or it's either a salt planet with red underneath. I can't really remember which way it was, but Hoth. It's pretty much Hoth again. And we see some more adorable creatures. We see ice wolves. And they look like something you'd expect from like a live action Pokemon movie. And down on the ground, all the forces follow them. And what happens? Kylo Ren faces Luke Skywalker in a battle. It's nice to see Luke Skywalker being physical in his lightsaber fight, because in the original trilogies, there wasn't too much of it. Not as compared to, say, the prequels. Come to find out, it was actually Luke Skywalker projecting himself. He was still on the island the whole time, but he's projecting himself to fight Kylo Ren. And I guess that battle took so much out of him that he died on the island. It served as a purpose to show that Kylo Ren is getting more and more obsessively psychotic, forcing more closer to the dark side. And everyone escapes through the back exit, but there's boulders there, and Rey uses her force to remove all the boulders, and it's supposed to show, oh, she's a strong Jedi now. She's the last Jedi. That pretty much sums it up. The movie wraps up with some kids who were like workers on the casino island looking up at the stars, kind of like you're expecting them to be the next generation of rebels. And the movie ends right there. It's sad to see that Rose died, but she confessed her love for Finn before doing so. But she may not be dead. I don't know. Because they're still moving her body around and they didn't show them bury her. So I'm hoping she was just wiped out. Just briefly. Because I really didn't want to see her go. And it's not too often you get Asian characters in the Star Wars movies. So let's try to have some Asian characters without them being killed off, huh? Yes, that's all I have to say. Go see the movie. And I'll see it again if any more people wanted to see the movie with me, besides the one friend that I went. I'm happy to go with you. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Please like, subscribe. You know the deal. I'm going to take a break from doing a cinema review for the Christmas season. I celebrate Christmas. Hopefully, I can get working on Anthonix Maximus reviews. I want to do a Christmas episode. Knock on wood, fingers crossed, that gets done. I'm hoping it'll be done by Christmas. But people have busy schedules, I understand. So, it's going to be coming. And, little announcement, be on the lookout for some more Anthonix Maximus web series episodes. Yeah, initially I was going to do a full season run of it, but again, actor availability, and who am I to compete? I can only offer, so much. One of the actors, it's a Xander actor, he actually got to work with James Franco, and yeah, go ahead and not show up to James Franco's thing. We need to film this. I'll give you pizza. Come on. He made the right choice. Anthonix Maximus Season 1 is 3 episodes, and then I'm going to continue Anthonix Maximus through another season. So it'll start off as Season 2. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for following me. Thank you for being loyal. Happy Hanukkah. Joyous Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas, and, of course, Happy Holidays.